Welcome to Totally Talent Podcast by HR.com, your go-to source for all things talent. Whether you're looking for expert insights on high-volume hiring, the latest trends in recruitment technology, or strategies for building a winning team, we've got you covered. Join us for each episode as we dive deep into the challenges and opportunities shaping the talent landscape today. Let's get started.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Totally Talent on HR.com. I am your host, Mike Wood, and I'm joined by one of my friends at Joveo, Jennifer Smith. Jen, how are you today?
I'm great, Mike. Thanks for asking.
So I wanted to catch up with you because you guys have a new product that I really think is kind of needed in the staffing space right now, in terms of, you know, we don't really know. We don't have the normal metrics that we have to show when staffing is going to pick up and stuff. So this should help teams get a feel of what's happening on. So if you just want to kind of talk about it, what is this new product?
Yeah. So it's AI Staffing Advisor. It's actually, I was in staffing and RPO for 25 years, not to age myself.
Wow.
And it's a product that, sitting as the chief recruiting officer of Kelly, that I wish I would have had to be able to manage workflows, understand where speed to revenue is, what is happening on the recruiter's desk as well. I think that is the biggest thing when you have a large team or even a smaller team, really understanding where the opportunities are. Are they moving through the funnel fast enough? That's really is the intent of the product. And do you need to advertise and go out and get another candidate pool? And then predicting out, which before it was just, where's my crystal ball and what's happening within the space. But now you can actually look at, based on previous trends, what's happening in the market, how your order volume could potentially shift, and then how do you work that order volume?
And I love the predictive stuff. So, you know, knowing that not only is this more likely to fill than others, but here's how much it's going to cost, or if things are lagging behind, it flags all of that, right?
Yes. Yeah. So the lag is the biggest thing when you are either a preferred supplier, when you're competing in an environment with several staffing firms, being able to understand where you are. And if you have that true opportunity to fill is the biggest key in staffing. So it absolutely does that.
All right. So walk me through like using it. If you were like you're out of your staffing agency, what are the benefits you're going to see right off the bat?
Yeah, the biggest thing to me is speed to revenue and understanding your recruiter's capacity as well. One of the hardest things within the systems that we have today is saying, does someone have the room to put something on their desk when you're looking at orders and volume? And it's not just based on how many that they have, which is what you traditionally use in staffing. It's what status they're in as well. To say, this recruiter is not moving people through the pipeline or funnel quickly enough. So it doesn't make sense to put this order on this desk, and being able to see that ahead of time. Or do they need some additional help from candidate sourcing perspective? Things of that nature is really big in the staffing platform. So I think when you look at how do you manage workloads, how do you manage orders coming in, where is your speed to revenue? I think that is one of the biggest things, is that is what this platform does and helps you with and helps solve.
So if you're leading a staffing function, you're not only going to see which areas or which team members might be able to get something faster than other team members, but also what the current state of that labor that you're looking for is. So like if you have a role that's more likely to fill faster than another role, if you have a role that it will flag be like, this is going to take a while to actually fill. Maybe you want to put some ad spend behind this. So I just love the planning aspect of things. This is the good AI that I keep hearing about. That's not replacing people. That's just helping people. Um, what else does it do in terms of like helping to like keep things moving? It's your co-pilot, right?
Yeah, it's your co-pilot. It is being able to take a look at, do you have enough candidate pool as well in your database to be able to fill what you have, right? So we all know in staffing, using other products like Bullhorn, things of that nature, when you're looking at redeployment as well, it's really hard. You're putting them on a tear sheet. You're trying to understand what your candidate population really looks like. But having something that scans your candidate population to be able to say, yes, I have enough people in the database. No, I don't. Let's go get them out. So one of our products at Joveo, right, is programmatic advertising. When you look at the front of the funnel, I'm going to need to be able to fulfill these orders that are coming in. And maybe it's a Detroit Motor Show that you're working and you're not sure how many people that you have in the database to fill those 1,000 people that are needed, right? Being able to see, you have 400 of them organically in your system, either coming off through redeployment or they're ripe for this opportunity based on their skill set. And then being able to say, you're going to need 600 more, right? Go out to go get those and advertise to get the right ROI on those. And then we also, behind the scenes, is our programmatic platform. If you're advertising with us and being able to push that job out to say, now let's be smart about where we're recruiting and optimize those dollars and bring them back into the system to ensure we have fulfillment. So that's a big piece of what it does.
And you have your history in staffing and recruiting, right? So like I love that, the Joveo team is comprised of people that are on the ground and have been know what the pain points are uh for recruiters. But let me just kind of like let's take a step back and just tell me, because I'm not focusing on it every single day, but what's the current state of staffing right now?
It's an interesting environment. When you look at healthcare staffing and how nursing has shifted within, traveling and then filling orders on the hospital site, things of that nature, it's become a high volume competitive environment, right? Margins in that healthcare staffing are being suppressed. So smaller competitors can come in and play. So now that's becoming a high volume business. I won't say like a lid yet, right? But in the state and the nature that we're getting to, it's becoming that. So really understanding where your talent pools are is very important there. And then when you think about the lid type staffing, professional staffing, tech staffing, that's all seeing a little bit of a turn as you look across and employers being very strategic. So it is the time for staffing companies to really get smart about what they're doing, how they're doing it over the past, I don't know how many years. It's been focused on labor arbitrage, being able to do more with less at the recruiter desk. But then as we put in more technologies, it's become harder for the recruiter. It's become a task-based system, and they're spending so much time managing talent, managing candidates, managing payroll in those systems that they've lost efficiency. So my job has always been to, how do you find efficiency? How do you find the gains? And as we look at AI Staffing Advisor, that's exactly what it brings back to the desk to say, here is how you can actually action in the right way to ensure you're placing more. So it's truly the good AI, as you had said, to make sure that you're able to fulfill from a recruiter seat and then bring back time on the desk. I mean, you hear every time a system updates or there's automation in there that a recruiter is going to get back time. And you do the studies to say, oh, we're going to find 17 hours back on this desk. And then you implement it. And all of a sudden, there's so many workarounds that have to happen. You lose those 17 hours and more. And now they can do less. So it's really about bringing that efficiency back to the desk. It's been a problem that I've solved for a long time in different ways through people, process, and technology. And now this is the technology that can actually help to truly do that, to give those recruiters time back.
Yeah, oftentimes you get we're going to give you that time back, but that time's going to be spent waiting for the hiring manager to actually get back to you or to
Right.
complete their end of things. So it's great to see that. I mean, so my wife's a recruiter for a healthcare company, and so like I hear a lot of this. Like I see the daily, stress and stuff, and so
Mhm.
this is great in terms of like, okay, this position is more likely to fill the next week, reallocating your resources in real time, which I think is just fantastic. Now, if we look like a year from now, all right, so it's the end of 2026. What do you wish staffing, what can we fix in a year?
Well, there's a lot that
Yeah, I
needs to
know.
be.
You only have a year, so
We're still in vintage staffing in some places, but being able
yeah.
to get to true automation, understanding where to plug into the workflows, and then find that speed to revenue efficiency that's so important to staffing companies, and also understanding how and where do you go sell within the market. So that's one of the other things that the products do. It's not just the recruiter seat, it's absolutely looking at that. It is a dashboard to be able to say, here's how the market is shifting. Now, if you're working on these orders, right, you still may be able to fulfill, but we're also seeing an increase in, let's say it's accounting and finance. We're seeing an increase there. Go get those orders. So you can start to be smarter about what you're staffing for as well as you see the economy shifting and as you see the environment change. And that's one of the things that doesn't have great visibility. You can do that manually through so many tools that you have, like your analytics tools, like a
Mhm.
Lightcast or a Talent Neuron. But being able to have that in the system to say, here's what's changing, here's what's trending. And by the way, you're going to need more candidates in your system to be able to do that. So if we can get smarter about staffing, and we could bring more actual time back to the desk, understand where our bottlenecks are. So are we submitting to a client that is not going to disposition candidates, all of those different things, right, that happen when you get to bottlenecks, be able to have a good conversation with them to say, if you can just change your pay rate by X or Y. So getting really consultative is what I'll say, and becoming a strategic advisor, where some staffing companies are there, they do a little bit better of job at it, but being as a holistic staffing group and becoming that advisory arm to enterprise employers is so important to be able to see the market shifts, and this helps the product do that. So in 2026, we are smarter from a technology standpoint. We are more
Yeah.
efficient on the desk, and we are filling orders at a better speed because we know what's happening in the systems by looking
Yeah,
forward instead of
you're not playing catch up all the time. You can actually take a step back and be strategic. It's
absolutely.
everybody always says, "Oh, yes, you have to be strategic," but that's only if you have time. So
Yeah.
I love that. So we're recording this actually a couple of weeks before Christmas and the holiday season. Do you have any like wonderful holiday plans or a special gift that you are looking for?
My holiday plans. I'm going to go see my grandma. She's got 93. So we're gonna go spend
Wow.
time with grandma in Chicago. So going braving the cold. My mom should appreciate that. I'm gonna see my mom, bringing all the family out there. So we'll be there for a few days, not quite through Christmas, but just some nice time with the family. And I think that's my wish for the holidays is just to spend time with family and decompress a bit. It's been a crazy year as we look at 25 and how the landscape has shifted. I don't know. We've all been through a lot as a collective. I just think I'll take the time.
Yeah, I think we all need a break. I just wanna hang out on my couch with my dog for
Yeah.
like a good week and just, all right, let's get caught up on like there's actually some good TV out there that's pretty good right now. So, just kind of relax and get away from the labor news nonstop.
Right.
Um, so if people want to learn more about the staffing indicator and stuff, where do they go? Like,
They
how
can
can they
come
get
to the
started with it?
Joveo website. Yeah, Joveo.com and check it out. There's a whole tab and information. There's a video you can watch about what it does and what it's for. So, or, you can reach out to myself or our marketing team, and we're happy to work with you and pass on more information as well.
This is great. I mean, it seems like such an easy kind of fix. I mean, that's what you want. You want it to seem easy, but obviously, creating this behind the scenes and making sure everything works it takes a long time. But this is great. I think this is a real good tool for people in the staffing industry right now. And thanks for kind of going over with it with me.
Yeah, anytime. It's everything I wanted in the seat. I just will keep saying that because it was so hard, like to manage across 800 different recruiters. What are they doing? All the clients that you have in staffing. Trying to find that optimization and where you have true opportunity is one of the biggest things. And then how do you fulfill and ensure you're fulfilling right where you are a preferred supplier or where you have an opportunity and a shot to be able to do it? That becomes so important in staffing just overall. So this tool is able to accomplish that. So I'm excited about it.
All right. So listeners, if you are in staffing, check out the Joveo staffing, AI staffing indicator and check them out. It will save you time. It will allow you to be more strategic and that obviously will benefit your career. So that'd be good. So thank you, Jennifer, for joining me today. And thank you everybody for listening to us on Totally Talent.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Totally Talent podcast by HR.com. We hope you find today's episode insightful and inspiring. Don't forget to explore more episodes and discover valuable resources at hr.com/podcasts, where you can listen to all of our podcasts. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and making a difference in the world of talent.